So, dear students, good morning. I think I'm audible to each of you. Am I audible to everybody? Please do respond. Am I audible? Please do respond. So, dear students, good morning. I think so only 39 is now 41. 41 students are watching my live. I don't know why only few students are joining the class, although the strength of your class is 120. But in online classes, and also I think there is a better experience in the YouTube regarding the voice quality and all. Everything is fantastic, I think. Then I don't know what is the reason behind the less number of students who are joining the class. But no problem, there is a win-win situation. Those who are not attending the class live, they may watch the recorded session later, but they will miss their attendance, so definitely they may lose their marks in internal. But as per knowledge is concerned, you can watch it. I will keep this recording put it in my channel, so whenever you have any kind of doubt, you can refer the lecture session. And that's why I am putting the process of research and by date, like 22 March, 23 March. So up to few days it will be, up to few days this lecture will be available on the YouTube. Okay, students, so we will start the research process, the final lecture. For the research process, we started discussing what are the research, and many things we discussed. What is the objective of the research? What is the significance of the research? What are the various terminologies we use in the research, right? Then we also studied the significance of the research. And then we started last 2 to 3 days, we started discussing on the process of the research. What is the process of research? Total 11 steps. I told you that these are the few steps that you have to take care whenever you want to pursue the research. The formulation of the research problem, first of all, you have to decide the topic. Then on that particular topic, how much work have been done till dated? What are the loopholes there that you may fill? What is the gap there that you may fill? What innovative you can do? So that it comes under the extensive literature survey. I will teach you later on how many type of the literature survey are there and what are the different resources to read the same. Now the step number 3. If you guys have any problem with the language, you please let me know. I will include Gujarati or Hindi also. Okay. So I think it is quite comfortable for you to understand in English. If anybody have any language issue, please let me know. I will explain in Hindi also. Or Gujarati. So extensive literature survey. Then once you come to know that what are the loopholes and what new you can do in your research, now you have to develop your hypothesis. Means hypothesis means at the end of the research, what result you may expect. Right? That is known as development of the work hypothesis. So working hypothesis, then after that preparing a research design. Preparing research design means once everything is clear on what particular topic you want to pursue your research, what is the extensive literature survey, now you develop your literature, you develop your working hypothesis also. Now everything is quite clear. Now how to achieve that particular goal, whatever the hypothesis you have put up, that how to achieve it, what are the various methodologies, research methodologies will be there. By using that, you will be achieving your goal. So that is known as preparing research design. Yesterday I gave the example, like how you will do that. Say for example, you are the person from the microbiology, you are the students of microbiology, right? So in the microbiology, definitely we don't have to go for the conduction of any survey or census or interviews and all. Simply, since the microbiology work, you have to work in the laboratory. So you have to conduct the experiments. And if any kind of the field experiment is there, then you have to apply in the field also. So that data you can generate in your own laboratory or in your field, right? But the person who was from the sociology or from the business or from the economics and all, he or she have to go for the like they have to design certain questionnaire, and they have to take the interview of the people. They have to take the opinion from the people. So that's how the kinds of the objective is different for all other fields. So everybody have to make their own program. Everybody have to design their own research design, that how they are going to do the research. Then determining the sample size, I told you that since once it is not possible to work with the population, if the population size is unlimited, means infinite, you don't know that how many individuals are there in that particular population. In that case, obviously, it is not possible to work with the population. You have to take the sample. So to work with the population, how many sample you needed, right? So I told you the minimum sample needed was the population size is infinite. That number I told you, how much it should be? Anyone can answer in the chat box. How much sample size we should take was the population size is infinite? I'm waiting for your responses in the chat box. If you give it, it will be great. Anyone knows how much sample size we should select once the population size is so large and it is infinite? Anyone can answer? If you have noted down, then you may give the answer. I'm waiting for answers. If anybody knows. Once again, I'm repeating the question. Once the population size is infinite, so in the inferential statistics, if you want to conclude anything, at least how many samples you should select? I did not get at any kind of response from your side. If anyone can answer, because yesterday I told you. See, to write each and everything in the PPT is not possible. So please, whenever you take the classes of any of the faculty member, any of the professor, you please be ready with your pen and paper. And whatever the things you get new, that you can write down. Okay, so there is no response from your side. So I'm again telling you the sample size should be 385. How much it should be? 385. So suppose any company is conducting a trial on any particular drug. So to reach up to conclusion that how many patients at least in the primary level, at least, I'm saying at least, if it is more than that, that is well and good. But at least 385 sample companies should select, or researchers should select 385. So you have to determine the sample size, sample design based on the number of population. If your population is more, then definitely number of sample you should increase. If population is less, then you may decrease it. Determine sample design, then you have to collect the data. Collection of the data you can do by the help of conducting the experiment or conducting the interview or anything else. Then you have to execute the project, you have to go for the calculation and all, you have to pass that information in the software. And manually you process the data, then you can analyze the data. Once you have analyzed the data, now you can check your hypothesis testing is whatever hypothesis you have put it that is accepted, or rejected. All right. So that we discussed yesterday will very detailed. Then, then generalization and interpretation. Then you have to generalize your data so that any layman language can understand, layman person can understand, like whether the vaccine is effective or not, whether the vaccine has serious side effect in the person, in the human or not. So that is the generalized result, right? Means if you put the all the data before the normal public that this was clinical trial, we have conducted this much animal, this much human being involved, and this was the condition, like that. All the technical information you will started giving. No one is interested in that. You just simply say whether the vaccine is effective or not. So that is known as simply known as what? That is known as the generalization and interpretation. And after that, you have to prepare. Suppose you have taken the funding from any government agency, or you are preparing, you are doing your own dissertation work in the department, with the university department or college department, anywhere you are. So definitely for the, if you are doing your masters or you are doing your B.Sc or you are doing your PhD, then that is the for the partial fulfillment of the requirement of the PhD degree or MPhil or MSc or B.Sc degree, that dissertation report submission is must. If you don't submit your report, your degree will not be awarded in any case. So definitely you have to prepare the detailed report of that finding, whatever research work you have done. That detailed research, that detailed report you have to prepare, and that is simply known as last step. That is known as preparation of the report. All right. So the preparation of the report, let's understand what we put under the preparation of the report or the thesis. Finally, the researcher has to prepare the report of what has been done by him or her. Writing of report must be done with great care, keeping in view of the following. Means following points you have to take care while you are preparing the report or thesis. Number one, preliminary pages. The report, number one, should be preliminary pages. Whole thesis you can define. You can whole thesis you can categorize in two parts. Number one is the preliminary pages, and number two is the main text. What we put under the preliminary pages? Preliminary pages means what? The report should carry title. Means obviously your report should have any title, right? Just like any chapter you are reading, no, in the book. So what happened actually in that particular chapter? The name of chapter should be there. Likewise, whatever thesis you are writing, for that one, you have to write down the, you have to decide the title and date. So there will be the title, there should be date, followed by acknowledgement. Acknowledgement means what? Once you are doing your research work, right? You are conducting your dissertation. So many of your friends may help you. Any faculty member helped you. You have taken the some help from other people, so you can acknowledge them, that I have got this help from that particular person. This work was done by this person. So all these things we can put under the acknowledgement to whomever you want to. You are feeling the gratitude that they helped you. Their name you can write down in the acknowledgement, right? But the acknowledgement is varies. This whatever the I'm telling you, that may or may not be applicable in your university. Some universities also, they don't keep that. You don't have to put the acknowledgement. So it varies. The rules decided by university to university. Acknowledgement and forward and other things. Then there should be a table of content followed by a list of table and list of graph and chart, if any, given in the report. Just like you just remember any kind of book. In book, what happened actually? In book, there is the title of the book, who have written this book, what edition of this book is there, in which year that was published, right? Then you see the contents, means what are the different chapters being put in that particular book. What are the pages, number of pages, page number, chapter number 1, page number this, chapter 2, page number this. So your entire finding, the research finding, you can divide in different chapters. And for the chapter number 1, page number this, for the chapter number 2, page number this, right? So that should be there. There should be a table of content, and after that there should be a list of table. List of table means as much table you have included in your research, so that listing will be there. A list of graph and chart, how many graphs you have added in your thesis, how many charts you have added, so that is also there. What I am doing, let me show you one thesis so that you may get the idea. Once I started the taking lecture, previously you might have noticed that I am searching something on the Google. So for that one website is there. You can note it down somewhere. It is going to definitely help you in your coming once you will do their B.Sc, M.Sc or PhD. One website is there. The name of the website is known as Sodh Ganga. SHODH. Sodh. Sodh means in Hindi we call it as a Sodh. Either you say research in English, and in Hindi you can say as a Sodh. Sodh Ganga. Right. So Sodh Ganga is a repository. It's a kind of the website. So it's the central repository by UGC. UGC, I think you knows about the UGC, University Grant Commission. So University Grant Commission actually give the recognition to all the universities and colleges. They frame the guidelines and rules regulations regarding the awarding of any particular degree. So all the colleges, all the universities are under the control of UGC. So what UGC did, they framed they developed one website. That is website is known as Sodh Ganga. So in India, all the universities and colleges who are affiliated with the UGC, if any PhD student does their research work, then their thesis is deposited compulsory. Suppose any of the students, any of your friend is doing his or her PhD from the Saurashtra University, right? So once he will write the thesis, then he will submit that thesis in the library, the university library, right? And librarian will submit that thesis, soft copy of the thesis, to the Sodh Ganga. So on the Sodh Ganga, all the PhD theses throughout the India, all the PhD theses which for PhD degree have been awarded, that will be available on the Sodh Ganga. Suppose in our university now we are Atmiya University. So we also started the program on PhD biotechnology and PhD microbiology. If any student complete his or her PhD from Atmiya University, so from our central library, one copy of his thesis, soft copy, will go on the Sodh Ganga. So if someone want to search about any particular thesis on the Sodh Ganga, it will be available. So let me show you the Sodh Ganga. See here, this is the Sodh Ganga. Very simple. I'm telling you how to find any kind of the thesis. I'm teaching you from since very starting. See here. Simply what you have to do, practical you see. What you have to type? You have to type Sodh as, please note it down somewhere. It is definitely going to help you. So what I did, Sodh Ganga, a reservoir. Reservoir means क्या हुआ, एक जगह पे जहाँ पे सारी चीजें इकट्ठी होती हैं, of Indian thesis. All the Indian thesis for the PhD will be available with the Sodh Ganga. So here you see what it is showing you. 2,90,000 theses. 2,90,000 theses are available on Sodh Ganga. Means approximate 3 lakhs. 3 lakh PhD thesis is submitted. Now if you want to search any of the thesis, so and go on the advanced search or subject search. If I go on the advanced search, let's check it out. What happens in the Soganga? What I am getting? See here, title. Here I am putting the here I am selecting the researcher or guide. Let me type my name. Let me check my PhD thesis is available on the Soganga or not. Simply, if I do, no, it's not available yet. Title. Let me search for the Saurashtra University. Here I am selecting for Saurashtra University. Yes, Saurashtra University is there. For let me search my name if it is available, because I submitted my thesis in 2018. Let me check whether it is available or not. I think it is not available yet, but very soon it will be available. Okay. So Sodh Ganga, again I am coming on the home page. Go on the search. You can search universities and departments. So suppose I am searching for any kind of the PhD thesis which was awarded in microbiology subject from the Saurashtra University, so that I can show you that what are the different things that we have to write in the thesis. So sample thesis I can show you. It depends on the internet speed. I'm trying to search. It is taking a lot of time. So what I do, see, and one of the thesis I have already searched from the Sodh Ganga, and that you can see from the Saurashtra University and from the Department of Bioscience in Saurashtra University. The researcher name was Rathod KJ something, and her guide was Jadeja B.A. something. He is the guide. He or she is the guide. This is the no. She is the researcher, PhD scholar. He or she was the guide, and the title is Phytochemical Studies of Rajigara for its potential use in medicine. Right. So this was the title. फाइटोकेमिकल स्टडी किया है इसमें राजीगरा, ताकि इसका हम पोटेंशियल यूज पता कर पाए, मेडिसिन में उसका इस्तेमाल क्या होता है, दैट वी कैन। यहाँ पर देखिए, यहाँ पर इन्होंने लिखा है एक्नॉलेजमेंट, देख रहे हैं आप, मैं क्या करके आपको सारी चीजें दिखा रहा हूँ। हियर शुड बी एक्नॉलेजमेंट। सो इफ आई ओपन द एक्नॉलेजमेंट, आप देखिए एक्नॉलेजमेंट वाला पेज ओपन होता है। मैं एक एक पेज आपको दिखा रहा हूँ ताकि आपको एकदम थीसिस के बारे में पता चल सके, थीसिस का मतलब क्या होता है और थीसिस में हम क्या क्या चीजें रखते हैं। देखिए इन्होंने क्या लिखा है, देखो इन्होंने कुछ लिखा हुआ है अपने बारे में। इसका लड़की का नाम था ख्याति जे राठौड़। तो ख्याति जे राठौड़, इन्होंने क्या लिखा है, ऑन द वर्ज ऑफ कंप्लीशन ऑफ माय पीएचडी रिसर्च वर्क आई टेक द अपॉर्चुनिटी टू एक्सप्रेस माय डीप सेंस ऑफ ग्रेटिट्यूड and indebtedness to all those who have helped me in my project work. So you see, in acknowledgement, she is expressing her sense of gratitude for the people who have worked, who have helped her during her research work. Then in starting, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to my guide, Dr. B.A. Jadeja, Head Department of Botany, Then Dr. B.A. Gulakia, he is professor and head in Junagadh Agriculture University. So something like that. Maybe his friend, his teachers, and all. For everything, she written the acknowledgement. So I think it is clear what we write down in the acknowledgement. Then what are the content? See here, the content. What are the things in the content? Just like in any kind of the book, no? The content pages are there. Likewise, here in the content is there for this particular thesis. If you have any kind of a question, so please बेटा may ask. देखो इसमें क्या लिखा हुआ है, कॉन्टेक्स्ट में क्या लिखा है, इंट्रोडक्शन. इंट्रोडक्शन उसने लिखा है पेज नंबर 1 to 17 तक. रिव्यू ऑफ लिटरेचर means 18, page number 18 to 67 means what are the different research papers he studied, what are the good points in that research paper, what are the bad points, what are the merit, what are the demerit, and all. That's written under the review of literature. Chapter number 3 is material and method, that is written in 68 to 100. What are the resultant discussion, that is in 101 to 190 pages. Then conclusion and the references. Means what are the research paper or review article have been referred to pursue this kind of the doctoral studies, that being put it in the references. So give me what we can be a part. So shall I change? So this is what, this is the content. After content, what is there? I told you, like declaration. See what is written in the declaration. In the declaration, you have to give the declaration that whatever work you have done, whatever research, the research you have done, that is not copy pasted from anywhere, right? That is not copy pasted. You have not stolen the work done by others. And whatever work you are doing, whatever work you have written in the thesis, that is not submitted by anybody. See, this declaration is not available here. Okay, no problem. So list of figures. Declaration means what? You have to declare that whatever work you have done, that is original, and that is not done by anyone else, and that is also not used by any person to get any kind of the degree from any of the university. That you have to declare under the declaration. Then list of figures. Whatever the list of figures, whatever the figures you have used, that list should be available. Since the internet speed is low, yes. Oh, great. Forum Lakkad. Great. Yes, my thesis, I have not seen it, maybe due to internet issue, but my paper, my PhD is degree is available there. Yes, my PhD thesis is available. Forum Lakkad, thank you. सर आइडेंटिफिकेशन एनालिसिस में माइक्रो आरएनए एनकोडेड बाय जेट्रोफा कर्कस में रिसर्चर में आपका नाम आ रहा है. ग्रेट थैंक यू फॉरम. See, the internet speed is bogged down, that's why I'm not able to search. If internet speed is better, then you may get all the things. So what we put on the list of figures, then I told you the list of tables. See, your internet speed is not good. So in the list of tables, then references, then title. There's a bit internet issue. That's why I'm not getting the answers. I'm not getting the so list of tables and then references. Let me check on the references also. If I get the references, then I can explain you. Otherwise, no problem. I will move for the practical sessions. I'll make you understand each and everything. Don't worry. So net speed is bit slow. So let me explain. That's why I'm not able to fetch the data. So let me explain each and everything by the PPT only. So the preliminary pages, in the preliminary pages, what we write? The title, the acknowledgement, the content, the list of table, the list of graph, the list of chart, right? That all comes under the preliminary pages, just like in any kind of your book you are reading. Before the once you open the book, a lot of things are there. What are the contents, right? Indexing, who is the author, in which year they published. So you can no just take the example just like your book. Likewise, thesis is there. So in the preliminary pages, then the main text. In the main text, there is the introduction, the summary of the finding, main report, and conclusion. So due to internet issue, I'm not able to fetch the thesis. So what I will do, I'll explain this the introduction, summary, main report, and conclusion tomorrow. I will download it and then step by step I will explain. Okay. So as of now, you can leave. And now I'm going to open the link for today's attendance. And within 5 minutes, up to 5 minute, 5 minute timing will be there so that you can fill your attendance. And later on, I will disable the link and will not be able to fill the attendance. All right. So you may try for your attendance and you may leave now. Here I am. Let me open it. Then you leave. Let me enable. Yes. Now it is accepting the response. You please fill your attendance. No, it's something else.